Hi, and this is spit formation with Mr. Mercer. In this example, I'll show you how to draw the diagram and how to put on the main features. It's a fairly straightforward question, but an unusual one, a rare one, so make sure that you revise it because should it come up, many candidates won't do so well in this one. Okay, so first things first, we've got the land and we've got the sea. When you're drawing the diagram, make sure that you point out very clearly which side of your black line here is the land and which side is the sea. We have a river reaching a river mouth here, washing out into the sea, washing out into a wide bay. Okay, once you've drawn that, the first thing to mark on is that you've got a beach here, and that the beach is subject to a process called Longshore Drift, which you can see I've animated with some arrows. You would need to label that. Longshore Drift is the process when the waves, the direction that the waves are attacking from, causes material to be transported along the beach. This process causes a sandbar to form. Now, the reason for that is because there is a change in the coastline here. So in other words, the material in the sandbar continues to get transported and deposited along the line of the beach, but because the coastline has changed in direction, the sandbar appears to be deposited out into the water. Why doesn't the sandbar here follow the line of the coastline? Well, the reason for that is in these arrows which are flashing here. These arrows represent the energy of the water being washed out into sea by the river. This has a balancing effect on the energy of the waves attacking from the sea, and therefore the sandbar kind of stays put. So far we've got two processes. We've got wind causing longshore drift and the river causing a balancing effect. Now we've got the third process, which is changes in the wind direction. Now where the wind direction changes, this causes a hooked end to appear on the spit. The only other points that we can mention here are that the bay here, the river mouth, is normally a shallow bay, and that encourages deposition. If the bay was deeper, then it would be more difficult for the spit to build up in the first place. So a shallow bay is a good thing. Okay, key points to revise. Longshore drift transports the material along the beach. The force of the river balances the waves and therefore encourages deposition to take place. You could also point out that the coastline changes direction here, where my mouse arrow is indicating, and that means that the deposition goes out to sea. Changes of wind direction over here form a hooked end on the spit. And finally, the shallow bay, the bay area being shallow, encourages deposition. Okay, if you've got any queries or questions about that, come and find me in class, but otherwise I hope that helped.